The Pain Nobody Applauds, a story of silent hard work every morning at 4:30 a.m. While the city slept under its blanket of darkness, Ethan Miller tied his worn-out sneakers and stepped outside. No cameras followed him, no applause waited at the door. The world had no idea he was awake, and honestly, it didn't care. Ethan lived in a small apartment in Ohio, the kind of place people passed without noticing. By day, he worked at a warehouse, lifting boxes until his arms ached. By night, he studied, trained, and chased a dream he rarely spoke about. Not because it wasn't important, but because explaining it was exhausting. People only understand effort when it succeeds. Years earlier, Ethan had told his friends he wanted to become a software engineer. They laughed politely. "That's great," they said, the way people say things they don't really believe. After all, he hadn't gone to college. He didn't come from money, he didn't have connections. What he did have was quiet determination. After 10-hour shifts, when his coworkers went home to relax, Ethan sat at his old laptop. The screen flickered sometimes, but it worked. He watched tutorials, failed at code, fixed mistakes, and failed again. Some nights frustration burned so deep he felt like quitting, but quitting was loud. Suffering in silence was something he had learned to do well. No one clapped when he chose study over sleep. No one praised him for saying no to weekends out. No one saw the nights he stared at error messages, feeling stupid and small. This was the pain nobody applauded. Months passed, then years. Ethan's hands grew rougher, his eyes grew tired. His progress was slow, almost invisible. When family members asked, "So, what are you doing these days?" he just smiled and said, "Working." Explaining the dream felt pointless when it hadn't paid off yet. There were moments when doubt screamed louder than hope, when bills piled up, when his friends bought cars, traveled, and moved ahead in life. Meanwhile, Ethan felt stuck, running hard but standing still. But every morning, the alarm rang at 4:30 a.m., and every morning, he stood up anyway. One winter night, exhausted and sick, Ethan almost gave up. He closed his laptop and stared at the ceiling. What if this is all for nothing? He whispered. No answer came, just silence. But in that silence, something else lived: pride. Not the loud kind, the quiet kind that says, "Even if no one sees this, I know I tried." So he opened the laptop again. Eventually, small wins arrived, a project that worked. A stranger online who said, "Nice job," then an interview request. Then another rejection, then another interview. Each rejection hurt, but it hurt less than quitting would have. One afternoon, 3 years after that first 4:30 a.m. morning, Ethan received an email. He read it once, then again. His hands shook. Job offer, junior software engineer. There was no crowd, no dramatic music, just a man sitting alone, breathing heavily, eyes wet not from happiness alone, but from remembering everything it took to get there. The early mornings, the loneliness, the doubt. The invisible pain. When Ethan started his new job, people noticed him. "You're lucky," someone said. "It must be nice." He smiled, but inside he understood something deeply. Luck looks loud, hard work is quiet, success is celebrated, but preparation is ignored. People clap for the finish line, never for the miles run alone in the dark. Ethan never forgot that pain, the pain nobody applauded. And he never regretted it, because that pain built discipline. That pain built strength. That pain built a future. If you are struggling in silence right now, working when no one is watching, remember this. The world may not clap for you today, but one day, your results will speak so loudly that no explanation will be needed. Until then, keep going. Some of the most powerful victories begin with silent suffering. And the people who win are often the ones who were never applauded until the very end.